Welcome to Mission Talk. Your host is Natoya Maitland.
Welcome to another episode of Mission Talk. I'm your host Natoya Maitland, and joining us on today's program will be our guest, Gayle Simpson. Please put your hands together and welcome Ava to the set. Hi Ava, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And welcome to Mission Talk. Tell us, how long have you been an Adventist?
First of all, thanks for having me. I have been an Adventist for about 18 years.
I know that Adventists have this need for mission work and telling others about Christ. As a young person, have you been engaged in any mission activity, and what have been your experience in any of those activities?
Certainly, I have engaged in several activities over the course of my journey as an Adventist. Before even becoming an Adventist, I was always active in any kind of social welfare or mission work, so to speak, being active in those service clubs. But becoming an Adventist wasn't any different for me. Recently, though, in my earlier years, I was not very active, so to speak, in going out on the mission field. I would shy away. I would probably do occasional sing out. But recently, I have been engaging more and more in mission work. One I can really speak about, per se, is the hospital ministry. A lot of people shy away from it. I myself shied away from it initially. I remember the first time our Sabbath school class decided that we would go. And for the whole week, I was just nervous. I was like, Lord, why of all the places, I must go to the hospital? Like, I can't handle seeing sick people. It was really taking a toll on me. And I remember after Sabbath, I was fretting the whole time. And I don't want to see sick people. I don't want to cry. I don't want to feel depressed when I see them. And trust me, actually going and engaging in it and praying for persons, it does something for you. I recognize that there is a work that needs to be done. There are persons who are in need of hearing just an encouraging word or meeting God. You see that when you see persons sick, young, old, there is no exemption for illness, and there's no age exemption, so to speak. So everybody can be sick, and when you say that that could have been you, and being there just does something for you, makes you want to become closer to the Lord and also to help other persons along that path.
What advice would you give to young persons who may be struggling or contemplating, really, should I be actively engaged in mission work, be it hospital ministry or any other ministry for that matter?
Let me put it this way. It's not, I remember listening to a sermon the other day, and the pastor said, if we believe that going to heaven is a one man's job, you can do it on your own, then that's a selfish thought, and you can't go to heaven, because heaven is about helping others. It's about love. It's about unity. It's about caring for your brother, putting your brother first. So if you are not in that frame of mind where you start seeing persons as a dying soul, then it's going to be difficult. You're going to always think about me. No, everybody has to go across the finish line with someone. There's no first, second, or third, or last. So I'll say, first of all, remember that each soul is a dying soul, and that everybody has a work to do. No matter the age, you have a work to do. And secondly, there'll be no starless crown in heaven. So once you start recognizing that there's a mission work for you, then you will become more engaged.
Thank you very much. And indeed, that is exactly what Christ did while he was here on earth, right? And there's no limit to the mission work. If you're not comfortable in one area, then you can find what works for you.
Exactly.
But indeed, truly, we have no excuse for not being actively engaged in spreading the gospel to others out there. Thank you very much, and indeed it was a pleasure having you on our program.
Thank you for having me again.
There you have it, another young man sharing her experience and the importance of evangelizing and telling others about Christ. I'm your host, Natoya Maitland, for Mission Talk.